You have finished your book. You have put it up on your sales platform, and now you're hoping the readers are going to find it. But by now, you already know that the only way readers are going to find your sales page is if you market your book. And this has to be probably one of the hardest things that authors have to do. But the big thing with marketing is that you either have to throw money at it or you have to spend time on it. And today we're going to talk about the two different ways that you might be able to market your book and how effective they might be. The first one we'll talk about is paid marketing. So this is paid advertising in the forms of Amazon ads, Facebook ads. I understand there's things you can advertise on Instagram and TikTok. There's BookBub, and there are also blog tours, which are also quite popular. Now, I have personal experience using Amazon, Facebook, BookBub, and blog tours. I haven't tried paid TikTok advertising or Instagram or anything else like that. I'm really not on those platforms enough to make it worth it for me personally. I'm going to caveat this by saying that anything I discuss here is my personal experience. Author efforts will vary. So please don't take my word as gospel. I'm just explaining my experiences with these platforms. In my experience, my preferred format, if I had to go on one platform and I only had the budget for one platform, I would put my advertising money into Amazon. Now, the reason for this is because you can allow Amazon to show to place your ads on books in your genre, their sales pages, so they have a better idea of where your book fits when it comes in terms of genre and the types of people who might read it. Another positive thing about Amazon advertising is that they do have an excellent advertising dashboard, which means that you can go in and you can see how many impressions your ads have had. You can see how many people have clicked as a result of those impressions. And then you can see how many sales that you've had as a result of those clicks. It's a really easy way for you to be able to keep tabs on the money that you are spending. They allow you to fix a daily limit on the amount that you're spending, which is also really useful. And as I say, they have a better idea, probably than anyone else, on who is best to see the ads that you are placing. Facebook, in contrast, is very hard to narrow down and find your readers. And I mean, this is the key to advertising. You want your ads to be put in front of your readers, people who have already bought similar books, people who are interested in the types of books that you are putting out. Heavens, people who are interested in books full stop. Now, in my personal experience, I didn't find that Facebook was very good with that. I really had no idea how they were spending my budget. I got absolutely no sales at all from the money that I spent. And I also got considerable backlash from readers on my advertising posts, although the people who were backlashing were not readers. They were people going, why is this being shown to me when I have no interest in it whatsoever? So I could see that there was a bit of an issue with the Facebook problem. I have also done BookBub ads, again, for specific books. I never saw a spike in sales in either the day the BookBub thing went out or in subsequent days after that. And the same has applied to blog advertising. Although what I have found with the company that I use for, occasionally I will do blog advertising for a blog promotion tour, is that I do get numerous valuable contacts in my genre, which is always handy if they're holding an event on Facebook or something else like that for free, then my name might come to mind because my books have been on their blogs. So it can be useful as a networking tool. But fundamentally, I have not had a lot of positive experiences with paid advertising. This could be because I haven't put enough of a budget in it. I wasn't prepared to spend more than $100 on a campaign. And my daily budget on Amazon, for example, was only $10. It could be that I just wasn't targeting the right readers, or it could be that I didn't notice the results because I was already doing my own free marketing in the meantime through social media, the type that takes the time. Social media is an amazing tool for being able to share your interests with like-minded people. That is the whole point of social media. And if you discard all the negativities that's around it, it is still one of the most effective ways of getting your books in front of your readers, or perhaps more importantly, getting you in front of your readers. Because one of the key aspects of spending time in your marketing is actually coming across as a real person. Hi, I'm a real person. See, real person. This is important because especially with the rise of AI, a lot of readers are valuing real people who write real stories by themselves, not with AI. So if you're wanting to market yourself on social media, you could probably do a few things to make it easier. And these, again, are just tips from my own experience. Perhaps limit yourself, first of all, to 1 or 2 platforms. If you type the name Lisa Oliver Author into Google, you will see I am like literally everywhere. I am on Instagram, I am on Threads, I am on Blue Sky, I am on TikTok, I am on YouTube, I am on Facebook. I have a Facebook page, a group, and a profile. I have my own blog, I have my own newsletter, blah, 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 blah. It wears me out just thinking about the list. But my focus when I'm marketing a book is on Facebook groups because they are free. I have been a part of them for a long time. I have an extensive list of groups that all pertain to my genre, which means the people who are members of those groups are people who are interested in my genre too. But then I also have a private group, which is specifically for my readers. The only way you can find out about that group is if you've read to the end of one of my books, where the link is there. That again is creating a group of people who have read work of mine before, and they have decided that they want to catch up and keep up with me for when they know what's coming next. It's another useful thing that just takes time. It takes time to build that up. That group of mine now, my personal group, I think has on average about 2,000 people, maybe more, maybe less, I'm not sure. And while I know that people don't go on Facebook all the time like they might have done 2 or 3 years ago, there is still a higher chance of me making initial sales of my books if I let them know that my new release is coming out in there first. Another key point, though, is that by being a person, by not only posting your content on social media, but reacting to other people's content, offering advice, offering congratulations when you see another author in your genre with a new book out. It doesn't even have to be your genre, but congratulating another author for their new book out is just a really sweet thing to do. By being on social media, you become part of a community that includes other authors in your genre, other authors generally, and more specifically, those wonderful people who are going to read and buy your books. So it is something that takes time. It does build up over time. But if you take just a couple of platforms and focus on them, find your readers, find your tribe, find the people who are as interested in your world and your genre as you are, and this will make selling your book that much more successful when it comes time to do it. But as I say, limit the number of platforms because it'll make it more manageable. Definitely do not spam, ever. Always be free in offering congratulations to other authors and even offer to share their work on your profiles. That's another sweet thing you can do. When you do things like that, particularly in Facebook, you quite often get offered to attend author events, which are a brilliant another way of being able to perhaps show your books to another author's audience. That sort of networking, those sorts of connections, that sort of thing does take time, but it does have, in my experience, very valuable results. So which one do you think you'll do, my friend? I'll admit I've now gotten to the point where I'm still spending time on my advertising methods, not money. Although I will preface that by saying for the last year or so, I have been in the fortunate position of being able to pay my daughter to do a bulk of the grunt work for me, which frees me up to spend more time writing the books I want to write. Was I helpful? Did it help? Do you have questions? Please drop them below. I post long form content on Mondays and Thursdays, and I am doing my best to try and get YouTube to realize that maybe my videos have value. So if you could tickle the like button, or if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And remember, any question or comment that you post below, I will respond to. It's just part of doing, being part of this writing community. So until then, my friends, please keep writing. Please keep going. How far are you in your writing journey? Do you want to share that below too? I'm always keen to hear from you. I'm always keen to hear what you're doing. And if I can help in any way at all you have to do is let me know. And in the meantime, until then, we will catch you in the next video. Bye.